rendezvous with some of their henchmen near Grapevine, Texas. While they waited, they drank whiskey, made love, and practiced their marksmanship by shooting at birds. Presently, 2 state patrol officers sighted the pair and decided to investigate. They approached Bonny and Clyde, totally unaware of their identity. Upon sight of the officers, the 2 outlaws demonstrate their talent. Cold-blooded murder of police officers. This atrocious killing sealed the doom of Bonny and Clyde. For every peace officer in the entire Southwest became so enraged after the news of this killing that they pledged themselves to sleepless days and nights in search of the murdering pair. The heroic effort on the part of the dedicated law enforcement finally paid off one day on a dirt road deep in the state of Louisiana. For 3 days and nights, the officers lay in wait on this road. But Bonny and Clyde were ready.
That looks like the car, fellas.
As the sedan approached, the men became certain that the passengers were none other than Bonny and Clyde.
That's him for sure, I'll guarantee you. Get ready now. That's him, fellas. He reaches for it, let him have it. Look down.
Death is at the steering wheel. The inevitable end. Retribution. Here is Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker, who died as they lived, by the gun. Bonnie is seen leaning against Clyde. Clyde was a master gunman. Seldom did anyone live when Clyde got the first shot. Clyde Barrow's mania, his guns, were seized at last by the law. The vast array of weapons could have easily equipped a small army, containing not only machine guns and rifles, but 1,500 rounds of ammunition. The Bonny and Clyde death car. Every one of these hundreds of holes was made by custom-made, steel-jacketed bullets brandished by the police officers. They were delivered with such force that they passed through the driver's side door, struck Clyde, continuing through Bonnie's body, out the passenger side door. Any one of these bullets would have been enough to kill both gangsters, but no one was going to take any chances. Since the ambush took place on Clyde's side, his body was riddled with many more bullets than his companion, Bonnie. This is the tragic fate of the couple who had killed 14 people and survived so many gun battles, proving that no one is invincible in the eyes of the law.
Bonnie's burial was attended only by close friends and relatives, numbering about 150, including her sister Billy Mace, who was a prisoner of the law, charged with the killing of 2 state highway patrolmen, for which crime her sister Bonnie had been accused. Billy Mace was attended at the funeral by 2 deputy sheriffs and a matron of the jail. Clyde Barrow's mother and father, seen in the background, and his brother also paid their respects to the girl who was Clyde's only friend and who died by his side. In the last few words of Bonnie's own poem, which she penned just prior to her death, to a few it means grief, to the law it's relief, but it's death to Bonnie and Clyde.
No punishment can be too severe for these public enemies. They deserve the whipping post or worse.
The infamous gangster, Charles Arthur Pretty Boy Floyd, was not romanticized by the press like his contemporaries. Instead, he was portrayed as a cold-hearted, ruthless criminal who in reality did not commit many of the crimes attributed to him. Born and raised in Oklahoma, Floyd worked on his family's dirt farm, struggling for years through drought and hardship until the area became part of the Great Dust Bowl. Almost destitute, Floyd knew where there was money. He obtained a pistol and drove to St. Louis, where he committed a quick payroll robbery. On June 17, 1933, 5 men were machine gunned to death in the Kansas City train station by 3 gunmen. Floyd and his new partner, Adam Ricchetti, were identified as the killers. To his dying day, Floyd insisted he had not been in on the Kansas City massacre. Time ran out on Pretty Boy Floyd on October 22, 1934. Trying to escape a local dragnet, FBI bullets cut him down. FBI agent Melvin Purvis asked him as he lay dying, "Are you Pretty Boy Floyd?" "I am Charles Arthur Floyd," he said, and he died.
Help the federal drive to put the gunmen and the racketeer behind the bars where they belong.
John Dillinger was America's classic bank robber. Born in Indianapolis in 1903 to a typical Midwestern family, his mother died when he was 4 years old. After a stint in the Navy, Dillinger was unjustly sent to jail for a grocery store holdup. An ambitious but bitter young man, he quickly escaped. The gang would soon carry out the most successful bank robberies in the country's history. Within the space of 12 months, Dillinger robbed more banks and stole more money than any other gangster had in their entire career. The famous and greatly admired gangster managed to escape again by carving a phony pistol out of soap. Now, Dillinger had an army of law enforcement agents after him. Finally cornered in the alley behind a movie theater, Dillinger was reportedly shot in the back by agents of the FBI. No hard evidence was presented that the man shot was actually John Dillinger, and many witnesses commented that the corpse had brown eyes compared to the gangster's blue eyes. Only a handful of men, including a young J. Edgar Hoover, knew the truth. Regardless, Dillinger left his mark on history.